Okay guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be making leftover Thanksgiving turkey bone broth in preparation for tonight's canning party, but I figured I would make a how-to video on the way I do it and upload it ahead of time because it's a lengthy process, but it's a fun process. It's basically the same process as making your chicken broth or your chicken bone broth. We're just using, obviously, the leftover Thanksgiving turkey. And I mean everything. All the bones, the skin, the goodies juice left in the bottom of the baster. Whoops, I forgot that. Let me get that out of the fridge. It is right here. Okay, this is all the stuff that was in the bottom of the turkey baster, all the goodness. I went ahead and put that in a container to save it. You're going to need, like I said, as much leftover from the turkey as you can possibly get. You're going to need a couple of medium onions. You're going to need carrots, and you're going to need celery. And you're also going to need a couple of stock pots. You can do it all in one. You can do it in two. You can do it in as many as you want. I happen to have two pretty good sized stock pots, so I'm going to be doing a very large batch in here. The way it works, you're just going to, if your turkey was frozen, obviously I took all the leftovers and wrapped them up and threw them in the freezer for a day. I'm going to suck them in water, thaw them out real quick, but you're going to want to divide up your meat. You're going to want to divide up everything as evenly as possible in between the two pots. Fill them with water. Bring them to a boil and let them simmer for a minimum of 3 hours. Minimum. The longer it simmers, the softer the bone gets, that marrow comes out, and it really intensifies the bone broth. So I'm going to get all this mixed up. I'm going to get it all put into the pots and get it going, and I will show you what that looks like in just a second. Okay, y'all, after you get everything combined, this is what you want to happen. You want to get it a nice little simmer and let it run like that for at least 3 hours. After that's done, we'll start jarring it up and canning it up. Okay everybody, for the next step in the process, we are going to fill up the jars. And the way I like to do it is I use this big thingamajigger here and a strainer, and I just spoon it in here. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and finish filling the jars up, and I'll bring you back when I put them in the canner. Okay, everybody, there's the jars filled up. Now I'm going to wipe the rims with vinegar and put the lids and rings on finger tight and put them in the canner. That's what's coming up next.
Okay, I've already put a little bit of vinegar in there, and now I'm going to put the lid on and crank up the heat to bring it to pressure. Once it gets to pressure, I'm going to crank up the heat. I'm going to let it vent for 10 minutes, steam, and I'll bring you back and show you that part before I put the timer on.
Hey guys, I've got them in there. I've reached the pressure. I'm at 10 psi. Actually, my gauge is a little bit off. It's around 11 psi. I set the timer for an hour and a half, and it'll process for an hour and a half. Then I will turn the heat off and turn the timer off, and I will let it sit until it comes all the way back down to 0 on its own. Do not touch the jiggler at all. And I forgot to video the part where I put the jiggler on. What you do when you put your jars in the canner, put the lid on, screw it down tight, put the fire to it. The steam will be coming out of the steam port here. Once it's blowing good and hard, let it vent for 10 minutes. Then put your jiggler on. Then your pressure is going to come up to your 10, or actually your 11, and you'll hear this thing start to jiggle. As soon as that happens, set your timer for an hour and a half and start backing down your heat. As you can see now, I'm already down to almost, I'm at like 3 right now. And I'm maintaining pressure, and I will eventually, actually, it's jiggling a little bit too much now. We'll turn it down to 2. It'll process for an hour and a half. Once it's done, turn the heat off, turn your timer off, and let it sit. It'll come all the way back down to 0. And when it's all the way at 0, slowly take your jiggler off, sit it to the side, let it sit for another 10 minutes, then you can unscrew it and take your jars out, and I'll bring you back for that part. Okay guys, there's the end product. 28 jars of turkey bone broth. All day. Started at about 9 o'clock this morning, and it is 11:30 now. So yeah, 28 jars, 4 loads, turkey bone broth. Made from the stuff that most people throw away after Thanksgiving. So yeah, that's going to be awesome in seasoning beans, making rice, grits, anything that you would normally use water for when you're cooking. You can, at least I'm going to try substituting bone broth for it. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I will talk to you later.